Pick up on none of your calls. In the parking lot in Tucson. Are you with me? When I stand with the roof gone. I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. Then I can get a move on. Like you hard and I know. We need to go slow. But we could go faster. Maybe the past.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Before I say anything, I'm gonna wait till people come in. I have something I want to say that is about, and I need Texas to come in, and I need y'all to come in so I can sit here and tell y'all, what's really going on. So, basically, I want to tell y'all something. Hold on, let me go back. Okay. Hopefully y'all watch him again. If you watch it, I need y'all to be mindful with this primary election. And I want you guys to pay attention to something before we get into Candace. I had already told y'all that James Tarico was sending weapons to Israel. They're making it look like it's Jasmine, and it's not. They're making it look like James is winning. We don't know who's in because nobody voted yet. Be mindful what you hear and what you see, because I'm telling y'all, it's not right. And I'm very disappointed, and it's really showing. And to the palm-colored liberals, if y'all agree with some of the stuff that's going on, don't ask for our help anymore. Because the fact that y'all sitting here and know the truth and letting people sway y'all is pathetic and not doing your research. All right, let's move forward. So we're going to talk about Candace Owens. Lord Jesus. Candace Dillard Basset. Oh, Jesus. Candace, forgive me, girl. Candace Dillard Basset. So she did an interview, and we're going to watch the recap with Carlos King. Do I have it on here? No. It's okay. So let me go to his page. So she basically talked about how she almost lost her life after giving birth. She also will be talking about the show. About the show. Spoke on Ashley. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. Okay, so she also talked about her music. So we're gonna do a recap of that today, and then we're gonna move on. Now I don't got my premium, y'all. Don't talk junk. But go ahead and get your snacks, child. Go ahead and get your snacks. You got your lunch. Eat your lunch. Pay attention, honey.
Off in 2026. So A-Ray drops on today's episode of Reality with the King. She is here live and living color in person. As you all know, I love this woman. I am a huge fan of her, not only as a reality star, I'm a fan of her music, her voice. She knows I love her album. Honey, is it serious? I see you. And I'm seeing her. Give it up for the Candace Dillard Basset.
Hello. Good morning.
Are we clapping?
Yeah, we can do a round.
Okay.
Yes.
Round of applause.
Yes.
The
Thank
ass
you.
isn't clapping, but the hands are.
The hands are. Well, the ass will clap now.
Ooh.
Jet gave me a little extra.
He did?
And we thank him.
Oh, so your son gave you a little cake?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Is it pound cake a Twinkie?
What's a Twinkie? It's Twinkie? Ooh, no. I would say a pound cake.
A pound cake.
Chris would say pound cake.
Okay. Yeah. Is Chris enjoying it?
Very much. He does not pass the behind without doing a little toot, a little grab.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a fun place. I'm enjoying postpartum body. Postpartum is ghetto. Postpartum body is 5 stars.
Why is postpartum ghetto?
Oh my God. It's because you don't know it's like a mixed bag of nonsense and foolery and hood nonsense. It's foolishness. I don't know if I haven't told you this, but I've talked about it publicly. Post jet, like 3 days post jet, I experienced a blood clot in my left ovary. Yes. These things, these kill people. They take the people to the king, not you, but the other king.
Yeah, the king.
The king. Yes. Like women will like check out from what I had. Like,
how did you know you had it?
So we went to a postpartum retreat, and then we were there for like 4 days, went home. I began to feel high fever, excruciating pain in my lower left abdomen. And I didn't know what it was. And I wasn't like dialed in really, because I was focused on like, oh, the baby. And I think I was just out of it. I was having night sweats, which nobody told me about. Everybody is fired because nobody told me about the night sweats, like drenched in sweat. And my dad is a physician. He was in Ecuador on vacation. He happened to call to check in, and I was like, yeah, I'm having these pains. And it was so bad, I could not function without like doubling up on prescription Tylenol and Advil just to be able to like sit up. I couldn't even change my like postpartum diaper. I couldn't even bend over to lift my legs up. It was that I was like on the floor trying to like throw the diaper and grab it with my foot.
Oh my
and pull
gosh.
It. Horrible. My dad was like, you need to go to the ER. And my dad is the kind of doctor who he's not like medicine. He's very much like, let's triage, let's figure this out and get you out of the hospital. We don't want you in here. So for my dad to say, go to the hospital, I was like, oh my God. He didn't say what it was. And then I talked to my sister-in-law. She tells me later, yeah, Tyler, my nephew, Tyler's teacher died from this. My friend Adrian's coworker died from this.
Having a blood clot in their ovary?
Yes, or just I don't know.
Blood clot in general.
A blood clot, a postpartum blood clot.
So women after giving birth.
Yes.
These people died.
Yes.
Courtesy of a postpartum blood clot.
Yes. So I had lost like a liter of blood. You only have 5. I lost a whole liter. And I remember like Chris told me later that like there was blood like shooting out of me. I was like, why didn't you tell me that?
Were y'all having sex?
No, like like after I gave birth.
Yeah, okay, got it.
And they're like, I had a tear, so I was being sewn up. And he's like, yeah, there was like blood shooting everywhere. And I was like, oh, okay.
Usually that happens, or sometimes they feel lightheaded, or if you have a child, you'll hear people say, I feel lightheaded or I don't feel good. It's because of the blood that they're losing of the clot. Now, it can travel or whatever it travels so fast to where they can pass from it. But most women do pass away from it. It was a midwife. She was a Black midwife, the one that y'all heard that passed away after giving childbirth because of that. And I believe because of that same situation. So, this is why women say giving your life up and then somebody treat you crap like it's bad because you're on the brink of death of bringing life into this world. And they sitting here thinking this, and this is why people sit here and say they don't know women's body to put a hold on, you know what I'm saying? Like if they can have kids or not, you don't know. But hell, do people care about that? No, misogyny don't care. They feel like you're a working incubator, So then they put Jet on my chest because I wanted to do it's called the golden hour. They put him on my chest and I wanted to just like be naked and have him on my chest and try to breastfeed. And I began to feel like hypoglycemic, like lightheaded and just like I was going to pass out. And it was so bad I had to give the baby to Chris. And they had to give me fluids and that went away. But I feel like that was kind of the beginning of it. And
how many months after giving birth did you have these excruciating pains and you had to take yourself to the ER? A week?
A week and a half.
Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100%
No
free, plus get your biggest refund.
Week and a half. Yeah. I gave birth on October 3rd. We went to the postpartum retreat. We were there.
Oh, so Jet and me had the same birthday. That's my little birthday twin.
For 4 days. We got home on the 5th day. I started feeling like hot purple garbage. Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. And then, so then I go to the doctor, they do a CAT scan. I go home, they call me the next day and when they call, it's like, okay, ring the alarms because usually they'll just send it to you in an email, the results. They're like, you have a blood clot. You need to be put on anticoagulants, blood thinners for 10 weeks. I had to give myself subcutaneous shots in my abdomen every day for 10 weeks. And thank God, God knows what he's doing. Thank God I had already done IVF shots, the hormones.
Because now you know how to administer.
I knew how to do it. I was a pro at it because I hated needles, but I knew how to do it because it's like, oh, I did this like 100 times just to get the baby here. So cool, that's nothing. And I had to do that every day for 10 weeks. And so then I'm like grappling with like my mortality. Like I just had a baby and what if I'm about to die? Like I could die and Jet won't even know me. It was like the wildest mind fuck of life. Ghetto.
No, Candace, you almost died.
I could have died. Women die from what I had. Yes. Yeah. And I had the best doctors. I had the best care. I was going to the doctor every week from the beginning of my pregnancy because after 35, you're considered geriatric. So I was an old bitch. And so they wanted, and then because I was an IVF geriatric pregnancy, they wanted to really monitor me, Jet, his growth. So I was every week. And I'm healthy. I worked out. I was leg pressing double my weight 3 days before I gave birth. I worked out my whole pregnancy. I was healthy.
So do they know how the blood clot even happened?
No.
They don't know.
No. I mean, there was speculation that because part of my placenta, it's supposed to detach naturally, and part of it didn't detach. And they think maybe it was something to do with that, but I don't know. And I really didn't, I never kind of went back and like investigated why, because life just kind of kept moving.
Right.
And I was just happy to, go get rescanned and find out the clot is resolved. You can resume your normal life.
Listen, I'm happy you brought this up because the mortality rate for Black women who give birth, we know the statistics is not favorable, unfortunately. And that's why when it comes to Black women giving birth who went through the IVF process and or have a set of twins or more, it's very scary in the room. And I know lots of Black women who this is the reality for them.
Yes.
So I'm grateful, number one, that you're here, but I'm also grateful that you allowed this audience to hear about your experience so they can understand, to check those things out.
Yes.
Whether it's a stroke, a blood clot, these are things that aren't talked about enough. We know about high blood pressure and all that.
Right. Yeah.
But blood clots are a real thing.
Yes. And it's like, listen to your body.
Yeah.
Because I had symptoms. I had a high fever and I had excruciating pain. That's not normal postpartum. I didn't have a C-section, you will have lower abdomen pain. I had a very beautiful, normal vaginal birth. I labored beautifully. I wasn't in a lot of pain. I had an amazing experience until then. Yeah. Everything else I would do all over again. It was amazing. But it really is just about listening to your body. Your body will tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, thank God for that.
Yes.
Thank God for you. Because listen, we need Candace Dillard Basset around, child.
Oh,
we're not ready with you yet.
We're a mess.
We're
a mess. Yeah.
How? Okay. But I haven't, this is our first time meeting face to face.
Which is crazy.
Which is wild.
Yes.
Raindrops, she is more gorgeous in person.
Oh,
and I mean that. The face is facing, the wig is wigging.
Carlos loved the girls. Carlos will tell you he loved the girls. He has nothing against the girls. He loved all the reality show girlies. He loved them. And Carlos will tell you he might be gay, but he loves them. But one thing Carlos gonna do, Carlos gonna give you, if you want a good advice about your man and what to do, because Carlos grew up in a 2-parent household just like the rest of them. They gonna tell you, they'll know it. Just because, let me tell you something, just because they gay don't mean they don't have a male instinct of what men gonna do. Carlos gonna tell you in your man face.
I'm in a good way. The outfit is outfitting. She is you're a stunner.
Thank you.
You are beautiful.
Carlos, I'm going to blush.
No, you are.
Thank you.
I see why Chris is grabbing your ass.
Well,
and not the asses of others.
Listen. Hello. Listen, we are anti-ass grab unless there's a ring on it. Okay. He's put in the work to grab this ass.
How is Chris doing?
He's wonderful. He is so he was recently promoted to like a regional area director at his restaurant group. So now he's overseeing a bunch of restaurants, which is
good.
A lot less work because restaurants are, as you may know, just grueling, strenuous. You are always at work, even when you're not at work. And this position, I feel like he's finally kind of settled in and not constantly ripping and running and cussing. And because when we first met, I joke all the time, he kicked a door in. And I was like, this white man is crazy. Like, I didn't really know him that well. We were working together. So he was always stressed. It's a very high stress environment. This time in his chapter in his career is where he is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And he's thriving there and he's loved there. He'd been at this restaurant group before, left to open Myron Mixon's. He wanted to be an owner. And then that closed in the pandemic and found his way back to Titan Hospitality. And he's thriving there.
He's thriving. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And I know because that's his passion.
Food. Yes.
Food. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I know that's something he takes very seriously. He's on TikTok doing things too.
He's on the TikTok. He's on the Instagram, all the platforms he's doing this new thing now where he has like a bell and it's like, ding, order up. And then he does like a I don't know, like a counter. Like he puts the food over the counter and then he like tells you like what the meal is and he makes the meal for the people. And then I get to eat the meal. So we are all happy about that.
I love that for you. Listen, you are a wife, a mom.
Yes.
And before we get into all of your success, your endeavors, what is life like for you, for Candace Dillard Basset? You know, this spoiled honey, you know what I'm saying? As the world likes to call you, you know, Nipple baby.
Yes, shout out to the Nipple baby, the black ones.
I was gonna say, all my raindrops know I'm obsessed with rich black kids.
Yes, why not? Because we all want to be. Who doesn't want to have a coin? I will never understand why you are mad at me for having a coin. Like, let's get you some. Let's work on building generational wealth for our crotch goblins, our children. Yes.
Not crotch goblin.
He crawled from my crotch. He came right up out of there.
Have you seen the episode Married to Medicine where Dr. Simone had the conversation with her son, Michael?
Yes. We talked about it on my podcast, Undomesticated.
Which I watched, by the way.
You do?
I love you.
You watch, girl?
And I love Michael too. Like,
isn't Michael crazy?
I love Michael. I'm a fan of Michael. I love you guys.
We talked about it.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, what are your thoughts on that? Because you know, he's 22 years old. He spent $60,000 in 1 year on a credit card.
Yes.
And he wanted a new car. He had a Jeep, but she bought him a Tesla anyway after snapping at him. 99.9% of the world was on her side. Whose side are you on in that situation?
I'm on our ancestors' side, okay? Because this is their wildest dreams, okay? Okay? Listen, let's go back. Let's do our history here, okay? This country, the backs of slaves, okay, is what this country was built on. And when they were toiling in the trenches, I can imagine that they were yet dreaming of the day. They probably couldn't even dream of a black Nepo baby, like the likes of me, the likes of Michael, the likes of
Blue Ivy,
Northwest, all of them,
yeah,
all of them. You know,
Lori Harvey. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Lori. Yes. Hey, Uncle Steve. Yes, it is otherworldly for our ancestors.
If y'all pay attention and look at Dorothy Dandridge, some of these celebrities back then in the day, Lena Horne, Diane Carroll, like their kids, they made it hard. They worked hard to make for these people. That's why I say when I hear people talk about Blue Ivy, I mean, we know North to West, but we got to get North to get it together, right? We love North. We want better for her. And all these kids, Reginae and all of them who came from celebrities, and y'all talk bad about them. Y'all not understanding. Y'all going into propaganda of those kids can't be anything because of this is what they fought for. Because you saw how hard it was. I need y'all to go look. Oh my God, who got those videos? I got to find her, put it on my community wall. And when you listen to Dorothy Dandridge, they're like her daughter didn't exist. Diane Carroll, Lena Horne, and all their kids who was just like, it's too much because of how my family got into it, how they were bashed and this and that. Sidney Poitier daughter, who plays Karen's mother, who played Karen's mother's mother, that is Sidney Poitier's daughter. Oh, no, not Sidney Poitier. I'm sorry. No, take that back. I'm sorry. Hold on. I got to say Belafonte. Thank you. Not Sidney Poitier. Take that back. I'm sorry. Belafonte, daughter, who played Karen's mother on Sisters. She was a start of that. And think about it. She was a start because she has been acting for years upon years. She was the push through for that. Years. Harry Belafonte's daughter, he was an actor, an activist, all of that stuff. When his daughter broke the mold and started acting, Diana Ross' daughter, Tracy Ellis Ross, and Evan Ross, they are the breakthrough of that. It's another one. He just passed. His daughter. One of his daughters used to date Tupac. They were broke the mold through that. So it's like it started to happen because most of them, their kids are just like, I'm not going to get into that. I see how they treat my parents. No, forget that. But Harry Belafonte's daughter, Diana Ross' daughter and son, and oh man, goodness, he was a big time producer, and his daughter does it. Oh, I got brain fart. Minnie Riperton's daughter, their daughter breaking molds of nympho babies. They come in and look what they're doing now. Look how successful they are. They made a thing for themselves. Niecy Nash's daughter is starting to act now. And baby, she is amazing. Okay? Okay. Now, I haven't heard much of Sidney Poitier. I don't know why I got him mixed up with Harry Belafonte, but they both actors. I do want to apologize. My sincere apology. I apologize. It was another one. He just passed. Hold on. Keita Jones is another one. Keita Jones, her sister, is Quincy Jones' daughters. Let me see. Her sister, Rashida Jones. Yeah, they've been doing their thing. So, I mean, y'all give them so much heat, but these are the women that's been doing their thing. And there's a plethora of other ones I can't name right now. They're doing their thing because they worked so hard. And every time what we noticed was that, and she's right what she's saying, the ancestors are proud because imagine how they were coming and doing their thing. And every time their lineage come and just get knocked down. Oh, that's too much. And now they don't broke the mold. It's like, oh, but they still get judged. The things that I see that people say about Blue Ivy Carter is disgusting. Mariah Carey kids, disgusting. Then y'all say some nasty stuff and y'all really need help.
And so, and you know, when I'm listening to Simone, because I love when she be cackling and hollering and carrying on.
Me too.
And that mouth gets going and them teeth, she just, I love it. Because cuss them out, Simone. Everybody deserves it. You heard it here first. It reminds me of my mom. And the dynamic between Simone and her children is parallel in many ways to that of myself and my siblings, where she gonna fuss, she gonna cuss and carry on. But, you know, she's going to read the credit card statement and see, okay, why did you spend $15,000 on this? Get out my face.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, my parents didn't come from a whole lot. My parents are the first in their families to be as successful as they are, to have advanced degrees, to go to medical school, to become millionaires. So, hell yeah. And Simone has every right to say what she's going to say. And you need that to balance out what can sometimes become delusion, which can then lead, I think, to a handicap for us.
Mm-hmm.
But those kids know. They know what they have. They know how blessed they are. And I don't think for a second they take it for granted. Those are just, from my purview, that is how I see it.
What advice, though, now that you're a mom, what advice do you give Black parents? Because a lot of Black parents are first 6-figure, 7-figure earners in their families, and they are raising children who feel like they are entitled to their parents' money. You know, is there a sort of like rule they should live by so that the child doesn't grow up thinking like, I am entitled to what you have, and that child is handicapped because they don't have the struggle of figuring things out on their own?
Well, I think my parents still
run Windows, Linux, and more on your Mac with unmatched performance. And
I still worked. I worked in my parents' office. I had to earn my keep in the office. And when I didn't do what I was told, I got fired. Like, my mother fired me from the office. And I had to like work my way back to being able to come back to work. I also think it's situational based on the person. And every family is going to have one fool. And we have a fool in our family. I love my brother. But we have a fool. Every family has a fool. My sister and I, we always worked. I think growing up, I saw my parents work. And even though they were able to provide, you know, in excess for us, I saw them get up, my mother built her practice from scratch. I watched her, you know, sell Avon. I watched her sell, it was called? Specialty merchandise. It was like these trinkets that you would get, like a big thick book, and it had like, you know, all the aunties would have like the Black love statues in the house.
Yeah.
That was like a company. You could buy all that. My mother like sold that stuff. She had a dress shop, and I worked in the dress shop. I did inventory, and I rung up customers, and I helped like build the displays in the windows. And then she started her practice, and there's so many. We have our hairline because of my mom. Like, the entrepreneurial spirit that she has, whether I wanted it to or not, has rubbed off on me and my sister and my brother too. He's just the boy. He's the only boy, and he thinks like a boy. But I think it's situational, and I think it is the responsibility of the parents to start early and teach your children about money, teach them about stocks, teach them, you know, how to open an IRA and how the stock market works. Those are all things that my mom taught me very early, and how important education is. I value education so much because I watched my parents my mom was going to school to get her master's. We were living in Biloxi, and it was just me and my mom. Her and my dad had divorced already. And she would leave me with a babysitter 3 nights a week and drive from Biloxi to where is Southern? In New Orleans? Southern. She would drive to New Orleans to get her master's.
Wow.
And I could never erase that from my memory. Like, I could never not, I feel like I have to honor that. Like, I got my MBA because I felt like I need to honor the work that my parents put in.
Shoot, she ain't lying. I sat here and watched my mama work, clean white butts. Yeah, my mama was a CNA, did taxes, and then got up, y'all, and went to school. Still, for pharmacy tech. We used to see our mama do that. My mom used to work 2 jobs. She would go at night to do that, and then I'm sorry, I'm trying to put my floor thing back on here until I get a screen protector. She'll do that, and then she would go do taxes in the morning. So she'll get off at 11, get up, be up early around that time, and then go. Yeah, my mama did all of that. I understand what she's saying. I watched my mother do. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm Teddy talking, and y'all can't hear me. Hey. Okay, so I understand where she coming from because I've had watch my mom. My mom used to go to work, go to school. My mama worked 2 jobs. My mama worked CNA at night from 11 to 7. She switched it to in the morning, but from that time it was 2 to 11, and then she'll go help with 2 to 11, and then the next morning she'll get up around 6, 7 o'clock, get up after she done rest and everything, and go to the tax office. Tax season was over. She was still in school, still doing her thing. My mom got her pharmacy tech, and she did all of that. I watched my mom work hard, which made me want to work hard. I have aunties who used to were older than my mom, and 2 of my aunties at the time, I believe, or one of my aunties or 2. It was between that time because I have 2 other aunties on my other side who also worked hard and very successful. One of my aunties who I look up to, and she did journalism in Jacksonville. She worked at a radio station, and I looked up to her to this day. She used to do interviews with Sade and everything. Oh my God, she loved Sade. And the woman that used to do Essence for the that with the braids that's over Essence festivals, yeah, Essence magazine and stuff. That's how I got more interested. My aunt used to pick strawberries before all my aunties that were older, before they met my grandfather, and pick strawberries and go to school. My grandmother made clothes. Her mother made clothes and had a shop. My grandfather met my grandmother. They got married. My grandfather worked 2 to 3 jobs and paid for all of them to go through college. He made sure that my auntie had a great life in New Jersey. And she went. When my other auntie got pregnant, got married, and went to college in New York, he made sure they were taken care of. All of them went to college. Not one. My uncle was in the not in the Marines. He was in the Army. He did Vietnam. He left Vietnam. He went into the Navy, and he served until his passing. My cousin, who is now in the service. So everybody kind of, it's not, my auntie on the daycare. One of my aunties on the daycare for years. Everybody's successful. My other auntie was a nurse. All my aunties did something amazing. All of them, cousins too, everybody.
All of them, my mom, my dad, and my step-parent, they're all professionals with advanced degrees. I have to honor that. And then I need to give my children a benchmark. This is what you can do. And then you can go further than this. But I want you to at least see your ceiling is high. You can do anything you want, regardless of how you look. Because my son looks black. And everybody's going to have something to say because I spoke about having a fear of how I would raise a light-skinned child. Mm-hmm. And he is light brown, but he looks like a young man, a young black man. So I want him to see you, black boy, can be whoever you want to be. Here are the examples.
Yeah. Do your parents still give you money?
Yeah.
Is it a monthly allowance, bi-weekly?
No, it's like, hey, I want to do a sponsorship with with Miss USA. Prima Hair Collection is the hair sponsor for Miss USA and Miss Teen USA. Can you give me a loan for that? Sure, here's a check. And my sister and I run the business now. So we are working the business and we will pay my mom that money back from that. She invested in Prima.
So, I like that.
Yeah.
So no, like, here's money.
Well, no. And I have her credit card. And if I want to go and like go to Sephora and I don't want to use my money, me and my sister will be like, put it on mom's card. Yes.
I'm so obsessed with this.
Shout out to Amex. Thank you. Thank y'all.
Are we paying for our mortgage on our own?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
So you and Chris.
Now listen, the only thing changed that she paid the mortgage. Her and Chris split mortgage. But guarantee she always gonna take Mr. with the credit card.
Pay for the mortgage.
Yes.
All the utilities.
It's high and ghetto. Yes. Well, I don't pay. Chris pays the utilities.
Okay.
We split our mortgage.
Okay.
And he pays the other bills.
And what do you pay?
We split the mortgage. And I buy my gas for the most part.
You love your life, don't you?
We are blessed.
Get it, bitch.
It's a blessing.
Obsessed with it.
People, every marriage is different. Okay, right? Like,
yes.
Because I have friends who like pool all their money into one account and they pay everything together out of one account.
Yeah, that's like normal.
Yeah. No, my money is over here and your money is over there. And we put the mortgage into one account. But everything else, like I buy the groceries, for example. So I will go to Costco and just go like this and just get everything because I love Costco.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my business. And then he'll eat whatever is in the house. And then he also buys a lot of, because he cooks every day or every other day. So he'll go buy that stuff. But for the house, I buy the groceries.
And for the child.
So for the child, we kind of split that. So like, shout out to everybody because we have not had to buy a diaper still.
And the boy's like, what, 3?
He's 15 months. He's a year and 3 months. I lied. We just had to buy our first box of diapers and Dot bought those. And then shout out to grandparents. I don't buy anything for Jet. I'd be like, Ma, Jet needs some shoes. Okay. And she will send him like 6 pairs of shoes. We went to the mall over Christmas because he's growing out of his clothes and he needed more winter clothes. I was like, dang, I need to get Jet some stuff. Okay, let's go in the store. And I'm like, oh, this is cute. We get up there and she just pulled her cart. My mother is the grandmother.
Well, the thing is,
listen, grandparents are a lifesaver. I don't care what y'all say, how y'all feel. Grandparents, listen. Growing up, I watched my grandparents and never worried about a thing. That's why I didn't know my mama was going through something. I didn't know. My mama made it look like it wasn't. And my grandparents and and aunties too. Aunties and uncles, baby, they're a lifesaver. I never knew. Then when I got older, baby, let me tell you something. That one summer I had to have my auntie have my son and my niece. She did that. Let me tell you something, between aunties and grandparents, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Nothing. If they got it, they gonna help. They don't care. They got McDonald's money. That's the only thing that we got a problem with. Well, when I ask for McDonald's, ain't nobody say nothing. Ain't nobody have it. But the moment these kids ask for McDonald's, man, my mama used to spend $300 to $500 on these kids. Clothes, haircuts, taking them to the arcade. She would spend all her money, take them to the arcade, because it was a little arcade. It's a little arcade place in downtown Atlanta. I forgot the name. They were always freaking out. Trips. We were taking trips. Oh, they got to stay in the finest things. Oh, I spend it. Don't worry. My mama spent a load of money on them kids.
Listen. If I ever had a child, and I mean this because I'll say anything I mean. if I ever had a child, and God knows that if I decide to have one,
Yes.
it's his will.
Yes.
And he knows that I want the baby to be healthy. He also knows that I think firstborn kids, when they're a girl, I think a firstborn should be a daughter because she will take care of you in your old age.
Yes.
And she'll make sure you're good.
Yep.
I'm going on record for the world to know, if God blessed me with a daughter, I want her to be you.
In shady times, let there
Not like Ed is hard.
Drag Race is
No, I do. I want my daughter. No, everyone knows this. I want my daughter to stand on business like my father's Carlos fucking King.
Listen.
And that's what we're not going to do.
Period.
And then I want her to be smart, educated, gorgeous, poised. And I want her to be like, Dad. I'm like, what, baby?
Yeah.
Me, my daughter.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yes, exactly.
My daughter. Dad, yes. Okay, girl, let me tell you what happened. I'm a bitch.
Yes.
You know, like that.
Yes.
And then I'll be like, are you good? I'm fine. You wanna go to the mall?
Yep.
Yep.
No, that was my
I
childhood.
don't care if she's 50 with a husband.
Oh, I'm still on my dad's phone plan. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
You're my child.
Listen, and I'll never forget when I was getting married, he was like, so, you want to maybe get your own phone plan? I said, no, why would I do that?
Right.
Tell why? And he was like, okay. And I'm selling his phone plan because why? For what reason would I ever not? I am his only daughter. Okay. I'm a daddy's girl. I will be on his phone plan until kingdom come, until there is no more AT&T.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Listen, my granddaddy was still here. My daddy was still here. I wouldn't have a problem. I was my dad's only child. I promise you, men, I get on men's nerves. My mama still made sure I was good. On top of that, my granddaddy was still here. I was fine. My granddad, I think I was my granddaddy first, his oldest granddaughter. So he treated me, and I was in the house with him a lot. So it was different treatment. Anything I needed, I got. That was the rule of the game. Anything, no matter if I wanted this or needed this. He didn't care if it cost $200-$300. I was going to have it.
Yeah. That's my daughter. Okay.
Yes.
So listen, I want to shift off to your career. As you know, I'm a huge fan of your music. And you know that I play your songs and I do my own karaoke. And you're such a beautiful songstress.
Thank you.
You have the gift of voice. You can really sing. You're not that reality star who just want to hop a 1 2 1 2 to be relevant. Like, you take your artistry seriously. You have submitted your work to the Grammy, the Recording Academy.
Yes.
What can we expect from you when it comes to your music? Because I'm a Basset hound.
Yes.
That's for fans, honey.
Yes.
I'm a Basset hound. And honey, I want some more music.
Well, your wish is granted. Literally. So, do you remember from like old Kardashians when Kourtney would be like, literally, Kim?
Yeah.
So, literally, Kim, I have a new single. Yes, like we are literally like mixing and mastering my new single right now. And I just shot the video, and I just got the cover for the single, and it's so fire. It's so amazing. And I'm really proud of this next iteration of music. It's so good. And I don't say that about anything I do. Like I don't toot my own horn, but I am just so proud of this music. I recorded most of it when I was pregnant. And I don't know if that was like my emotions were in a different space, but I was just like raw and like, I'm saying exactly what the fuck I want to say. And I don't give a fuck what you think. And it is exactly what I want my artistry to be positioned as at this time.
Is it R&B pop? Is it soulful R&B?
It's R&B with a touch of rock.
Ooh.
But it's soulful.
Yeah.
But I think in my past life, I was like a rock star. Like even in my shows, there's, I forget what song. I think it's Do It, where there's like a little interlude, a little musical interlude, and I bring out my guitarist, shout out to Jay Rojas, and he does like this like guitar riff, and I'm on the floor like whipping my hair and like head banging.
Yes.
I'm a rock star. Okay, I'm the long lost black female Chili Pepper.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I love the instrumentation of rock music and how emotional it is and how chaotic.
I got a question. Y'all know I got to pause every now and then. Millennials. Can I ask y'all a great question? I don't know what it is with us, but we like all genres of music. Hip hop, jazz, neo soul. I guess we grew up around that time. It was such a big thing. R&B, soul, rock and roll, minus the screaming. What is it called? Electric dance. We love gospel. Like, don't we just love it all? It was just a time. It just felt good. It wasn't tainted. Everybody had a hook line, something spicy in it. And it was like, ooh. And then you paid attention. Now we like, wait, what did you just say? Because it was good. It was just a thing. And it's like, she's me and her the same year. So me and Candace, if you 88, baby, y'all can contest to agree. And people before us, like, we just like music. Like, it was just, ooh. And now that we're older, because we had all the good, juicy music, we looking at, what is this? What is that, child? What is that? That's not. And then we be hard to judge, because then we be listening and we like, we not them parents that be like, ooh, they just so nasty. We be like, they talking to, they don't even sound right. Put that one on. That's just horrendous. That sound better than that. Like, we are picked to be those type of parents to where we, that sound horrible. Who said, get on key? Like, that's, we don't, we the parents now. You is off key. We understand, but girl, jump back in the key. Like, some people we be like with, okay, Britney Spears. Oh, forgive me. Britney Spears is a legend. I heard Britney saying maybe she's a little rusty. I love Britney, but I said, oh man, I really thought, damn, I thought, wow, okay. And then we hear other people saying that we heard before, we really let them skate by. We really made these people not put that much work in, or did they just lose their touch? So when we see, and what I want y'all to understand, y'all 2,000 kids that are now just coming in, y'all grown, we listen to the pitching things. When we tell y'all certain stuff we see is because we've been around the disappointment, losing our, certain celebrities we love, watching things happen. We have not rested. Watching planes go through. We've seen all of that. So when we tell y'all, we understand. But when it comes now, bars, I'm gonna hold y'all hand. We tell y'all stuff like that because we grew up around Little Kim, Foxy Brown, Jackie O, and Trina. Reckless, nasty. We had our disappointments. Kaya. We used to watch Tip Drill on Saturdays after 11 o'clock. So y'all thinking this and that, we seen the disappointments. We understand the disappointment. That's why we telling y'all to let go. Don't hold so tight. We've seen this before. We watched it since the 90s. It's nothing new. Videos that freak us out. Couldn't sleep. So we've been watching it since the 90s. When it comes to every genre, we know. That's when y'all got mad. Oh, Beyonce's not country. Shouldn't mean. Have y'all seen Shania Twain backup singers? Selena had a black backup singer. Have y'all not paid attention? I'm just saying, y'all got to start paying attention.
It can be, but my base is R&B because that's who I am. I grew up, I was raised by the R&B girlies and men of the 90s.
Toni Braxton, we saw the cover you did and you killed it. Have you heard from her?
She, years ago, she gave me a nod somewhere. I can't remember where, but she gave me a nod somewhere years ago. I didn't hear from her on this occasion. But I'm very close to her sister Tamar.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend.
I love Tamar. Hi Tay.
Hi Tay, I love you. I'll call you tomorrow.
Yes. I love her for, just for who she is, but she's also, I love her because we are similarly, I think, misunderstood. And she has a really big heart. And I think people miss that because they want to misunderstand her. But she's amazing and I love her.
No, yeah. I love her too. And I cannot agree more. You are doing Traitors this season and this is such the show for you as your sort of comeback to unscripted television. Mm-hmm. What can you tell us? And let's don't say much, honey, because
I don't get no phone calls.
Neither do I. Okay. Hi.
Hey, y'all.
You on this show makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. And I literally am excited to see you. Listen, my spidey senses tell me if you're not the winner, you're going to go far because you are maniacal, a strategist, a shade queen, and because you are a pageant girl, honey, you know how to appear sweet, but you also know how to be very cunning. Is that describe your season?
I'll take that. Yes, I will put an asterisk over to strategist because I find that I'm not that great at strategy in my mind, as evidenced by the chaos and mayhem that you all saw on Housewives. Like I was never thinking ahead. I was always like in the moment with a butter knife. So, I
iconic scene.
Listen,
that's when I stand you. By the way, go ahead.
Oh God, yeah, that was the.
I'm
gonna tell you something after about that.
Okay, because
yes, yeah,
I bought her a beverage, but go ahead.
Yeah. So no, people had started like tagging me online and saying, "Oh, you should do this show," and I hadn't heard of it yet, and I was like, "What is Traitors? Well, I don't want to do this," because all I saw was like, "Oh, they're outside running, and they're sweating, and there's bugs and water, and what." Outside is not my ministry unless I'm like going from one building to the next. So what do I look like with my wig or my I had a sew-in, sweating, like my scalp is sweating in my sew-in and I can't like wash properly because ain't no black hairstylist in Scotland. So I was not really interested, but it kept like, every season, from season 1 to season 3, I just kept getting pinged. And then NBC finally came to me and they were like, yeah, we want you to do this. We think it'd be great for you.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Monday.com is the best AI for work. And here's why. Let me show you some of the mind-blowing things.
Okay, I like a challenge and I like to prove myself wrong. And this was all of that. And so I leapt and I left my baby. My baby was 8 months at the time. And you are very much sequestered and you don't have access to the outside world. I will just kind of break the fourth wall and just I have to give flowers to Studio Lambert, the production company, because they are just wonderful. And we're very good about letting me talk to my son and letting me call home and make sure that he was okay.
Good.
But no, you're like in it and you are like, all you have is like your notebook and a pen when you're in your room. And the rest of the time you're just out running around or like, sleuthing out who the traitors are.
So you're on the show with Portia.
Portia, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How was that experience with her?
It was fun. So I didn't know who was going to be there. And I had no idea. I didn't have any speculation. So when I saw her, I was excited. It's like, oh, a familiar face, a Black person.
Period.
Now, Portia and her did, was it Girls Trip? The Ultimate Girls Trip. When she got with Simon, they were engaged and she did that. I think they had got married or getting ready to get married, and all of that came out, and they did the Ultimate Girls Trip. It was Candace, Portia. I forgot the other ones. I know it wasn't Eva. Giselle. They did their first season of Ultimate Girls Trip. Eva, Phaedra, them was on the second season. But the first season, or was it Cynthia? No, Cynthia Kenya was on the second season. Eva and Phaedra was on the third, but Portia and Candace was on the first. And with Giselle, it was pretty good.
Right? Because I'm like,
that's how we do.
It was in Thailand.
Who Black is gonna be here? I don't know anybody. And then I was excited just to see Housewives, and I had never met Lisa Rinna.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, a familiar face that runs in the same front yard, the Bravo front yard that I have run in. So I was excited to see Housewives, but particularly one that I knew, albeit wrought with a bit of tumult here and there. But I knew her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you and Portia get into a verbal spat
in the castle?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't really say, can I?
No.
I cannot.
Let me helping you out now. I pretty much can see, because I know Portia, and I know you, and are you and Portia, are we going to be entertained by the two of you?
Without a doubt.
In the same room?
Correct.
Okay.
Them two, yes. Do they have a verbal conversation? Probably so, because that's what I mean. But other than that, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That I can say.
Us fans will not be disappointed when we see you and Portia in the same room.
No.
Okay. You unfollowed her.
I did.
Lord.
Was that before Scotland or after Scotland?
I think it was before. I think it was before.
Now, you did follow her when you guys did Ultimate Girls Trip.
I think we had been following each other before Ultimate Girls Trip. And then we had our debates in Thailand. Mm-hmm. And we weren't really talking like that, but I didn't unfollow her. I'm not an unfollow, like that's not my thing. Like I can be pissed at you, but I don't need to unfollow you unless I'm seeing you a lot on my timeline. But I'm not thinking like, oh, I'm mad at this person, let me go find them and unfollow them. So no, I had been following her up until I wasn't.
What made you hit the unfollow button?
Well, I discussed this also on my podcast,
Undomesticated.
I saw a clip of her on Atlanta Housewives talking about, I always forget her name, the new girl.
Shamia?
No, Angela.
Angela
right?
Oakley.
Yes. Talking about...
fucking Charles Oakley.
Yes. They were on a cash trip. And she was like, she better be careful before I sleep with her husband. And I just saw the clip. I was not watching the show, but I see clips. I see clips of all the shows. I see clips of Potomac. I see clips of Atlanta, all the clips. And I'm a human who has social media, so I'm looking at the clips. And I was like, what? This is great. It's as a married woman who is in the public eye and already dealing with like hoes who want to throw themselves at your man. Sometimes they're coworkers. It just makes my grits. Do you need a moment? I'll give you a moment.
My raindrops know I sometimes have a can of oxygen because I gag so much that I sometimes get out of breath.
Do we need to break?
Oh, no, I'm good now, honey. I'm going to, stop, drop, and roll.
Oh, fire.
Yes, it's a fire, honey, on 34th
Lord
Street.
Jesus. Okay. Mm-hmm. But no, it just, as a married, and I said this too, just the conviction of a wife is different because you're battling against so many things. The devil comes to marriages in a lot of different ways. It can come in the form of, raggedy $2 hoes. It can come in the form of why you leave your drawers on the floor. It can come in the form of, we are two ships passing in the night because we're both working all the time. There are a lot of challenges in a marriage. And as a married woman, much like now that I'm a mother, I also just view things differently and I approach life differently. I just don't like to hear a woman, especially one who's been married before, say something that could be so detrimental to a marriage. And it just triggered me.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code.
And it makes me protective and it makes me just more prickly to certain things. And it changes my tolerance. And then also being a woman of God, there's a conviction of a Christian wife and trying to be a good wife who is dutiful and prayerful over her marriage and over her family. And that is always in the front and the back in my mind. And so when I saw it, it was just this is just, I don't want to see this. And I'm now I think in my later 30s, I'm more so invested in curating what is in my orbit and knowing that I have control over a lot of what I choose to ingest. And I'm quick to, do on Instagram, you can do the thing where it says I don't like this.
Yes.
And I don't want to see this anymore. And, that can be anything. I don't want to see, I don't like watching Black people getting beat up. So
Same.
I don't want to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
So whereas before I would, just keep scrolling, you could do something about it. I want to curate my timeline so this is not a part of my viewing experience because it seeps into your psyche and I don't want that in my space. This was the same thing. I just didn't want to see any of it. I didn't want to see her or any footage or content that had to do with what was said. And then I heard later that she apologized for it or took accountability for it. And I was like, oh, great. Perfect. And I moved on. I didn't see a need to, okay, now let me go back and refollow. It was done and it wasn't really it wasn't deep for me. It was just, I don't like this. I'm going to unfollow.
And Portia just got to put down the Hennessy. Portia ministry is the Hennessy bottle. We have Portia get on that Hennessy, baby, and child, the life just, I hope she picked another choice than the Hennessy because Portia say anything on Hennessy.
Do you guys talk about it in Scotland?
No, we don't.
You don't.
It doesn't come.
You talk about other stuff.
Well, there's so much going on
right
there. It is.
She's talking about Portia this time. She talked about she didn't talk about the cast yet. He didn't ask her yet on that, but she talked about Portia telling Angela Oakley or the clip of, oh, she better be careful before I sleep with Charles. And she talked about being on Traitors. She's talking about being on Traitors with Portia. She talked about her mom, stuff like that, and her baby. So she just gearing into Real Housewives of Potomac. She ain't got that far yet.
From the moment we got there, it was go. You saw, I think they showed a little trailer. We pull up and it's fire going up in the sky. I said, now what? Is this okay? My wig, this is human hair, so I will be okay. But I was just so many things going on. So no, and then it just moved so fast that there was not a moment for me to discuss it.
Well, she's now dating a woman.
That's right.
Are you surprised?
No.
I think one of the beauties of Portia is that she's is she a water sign? She's very fluid. She's kind of.
She's a Cancer.
Is Cancer water? No, they're Earth.
No, they're.
I think.
Yeah.
I think. Don't quote me.
Don't
but she's right. Okay.
Cancers are water signs. Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpios are water signs. First of all, I'm not surprised for Portia dating a woman. Okay, a stud. That's a fine stud. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like that's gonna be Cardi B. Let me tell y'all something. Portia and Cardi are just alike in a sense, to where they like. And K Michelle, if K Michelle didn't marry her husband, I wouldn't be surprised, because they have their tendencies of having their fun, right? Portia already said that she like to lick on women and flirt with women from time to time and key and open door to it. So I wasn't surprised that she was just like, I'm gonna try that, because hell, what I've been picking ain't right. Right, so much sweat, baby. When I tell you the birthday party she had was a top 10, baby. They did that. I think she shared a birthday with another person. Baby, that birthday party was lit. And I like how she brings things out of Portia. I'm gonna tell you what I see. I never see Portia have this much fun and this much freedom with somebody like she did with this one. She's comfortable. That let us know everything. Now, I say this before and I say it again. Cardi and Stefan is not something I see lasting, and that's why I be looking at y'all when y'all come with these think pieces about Cardi and Stefan. I do not see it last. I see it's something to do. I really think it's just a listen, I'm gonna have fun, whatever happened, but I do not see the end all be all with him. Another thing, she's trying to prove to y'all, okay, like, listen, this ain't what y'all think it is. I feel like Cardi, I'm gonna see Cardi's end all be all is a older, stable, rich man. Like the daddy off of Beauty and Black, that type of rich man. If Cardi don't get that, because she's very vintage, she's very old school. Exactly. That's why I say I don't really care about. I don't even think that's gonna last. They got a child, whoop-de-doo, and they gonna move on. Long as the child is healthy, good, and everything, I don't see it forever. But I see Cardi with a nice, rich, stable man. She's very vintage, very 80s, so she can be herself. Very, she dressed very designer-like to keep that up. She got her own. But I also see Cardi with a studsman herself, a fine one, a fine, rich studsman. I don't see this. I don't see that. I believe Cardi would probably have her a studsman or a rich old man. Stefan ain't gonna be her ministry too much longer. They'll probably move on graciously. Because let me tell you something, she going through a divorce. Once that's over, she kind of go through her things of finding herself and all of that. She'll be fine. But I see her now. Listen, I see if Cardi do a Portia, they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be rich. I'm telling you now. They gonna love all. She gonna be all about her. If she get with an old man, her kids gonna be fine. Everybody gonna be happy. Yep. He ain't gonna play about her. He gonna make sure he leave her in the chillings. A lot of properties. That y'all think with Stefan is just a now thing. And I think the baby just happened. I don't think no revenge out of anything. But what I can tell you is her end all be all. I'm telling you. I don't even care if y'all tell her. I'm being honest. It'll be a fine studsman. Because she said it before, baby. If they fine, okay? Or it'll be a nice, stable old man. That way she done with kids. She ain't got to worry about no more. She'll be... I get his credit card every day. Clock that. Shoot. Who? Don't play with her. I see it.
I know I'm fired. That's what I
didn't know her birthday.
Okay.
Is in June. She's June 22nd.
Okay.
She's a Cancer.
Okay. So, she's always been very just fluid and just does what she wants, which I think I admire about her. Anyone who I've always said too, even I'll say something nice about Ashley Forehead Darby. She's another one that just kind of goes with the flow. in a way that I can't necessarily do. So no, I'm not surprised. Good for her.
Would you be surprised if Ashley tried to date your son when he got over the age of 18?
Well, given the turn of events, no, I would not be surprised. But just that is a brand of low down, low budget, slew-footed trailer park nonsense. That is disgusting. I should unfollow. I don't think I follow her. If I was following her, I would unfollow her. That is gross.
Were you surprised that Ash?
Girl, okay, so let me tell you what happened. Okay, so on Real Housewives of Potomac, I think 2-3 episodes, Ashley told Sharice that she kissed. Okay, so y'all, you remember, was it last year or the year before, right? She just not telling Sharice this. You know, Sharice's son had the umbrella when she had the party. Remember that? So Ashley came in or whatever, and Sharice told, because she had too many drinks. So Sharice said to take for her son to take Ashley home. Ashley sat over a nice lunch with Giselle and Sharice, and she had a drink. She only told Sharice that they kissed. Ashley said in her confessionals that night kissing led to other things, and she slept with Sharice's son. She said, I mean, it led to other things, but I wanted to tell her about the kiss. And Sharice said that she was nasty. And all the ladies was like, that's disgusting. So Sharice in her mind thought it was just a kiss. Sharice saw the confessionals, and Sharice, find out that she slept with her son. Sharice was pissed off. Sharice said she don't like that. She said, how? She said, Ashley been a liar. Baby, I gagged. She told Carlos, she said, here's the thing, Carlos. Ashley been a liar since I met her. I don't believe nothing she says. And the fact that she think that it was okay to sleep with my son, and then you sit here and told me a half truth, and you supposed to be my friend, is disgusting to me. She say, I play about a lot of things, but I don't play about my kids. I say, oh, wait a minute. She looked a lasher to Ashley. Ashley came out talking about Sharice was selling lies. Ashley, you said it on a confessional, child. You kissed that lady's son, and you slept with him.
Ashley would sleep with Sharice's.
But Sharice also said that their dad, I think, is older than her. So she said she's not, whatever he does is his business. If he dates somebody older, but when it comes to her being her friend, that's a problem.
Son, who is a friend of hers. And yes, he's 27, she's 37. And it happened 2 years ago, allegedly. So he was 25, she was 35.
Mm-hmm.
The fans were saying, well, you met him at 15 years old. You saw this guy grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Sharice did my podcast, and she said that no friend of hers would ever date her sons. And she felt that if the roles were reversed and that a grown man saw one of Giselle's daughters grow up and started dating them, the whole world would be
open arms.
Do you agree with that?
I do. I watched that whole interview. It was very good.
Thank you.
And I haven't talked to Sharice, but I'm proud of her for saying everything that she said, because she's not ever really done that before. What was the question?
Switch to TurboTax and file your own taxes free in the app if you didn't file with us last year.
No thank you.
Do you think that Ashley doing that, does it define her character? And do you think there's a double standard because she's a woman who did it?
Do I think it defines her character? I think it is confirmation of the character we have always known her to have.
Oh.
To which I don't always fault her.
Oh.
I don't condemn people for all of their evil, because everyone has a story and everyone is who they are because of where they have been and what they have been through. And I think that much of Ashley's, many of her choices are a result of where she has come from and what she has been through. And you hear her talk about it. At least when I was there, she talked about it a lot, how she came from humble beginnings and they didn't have a lot of money, and her parents were abusing substances, and
Hate is real.
I think that informed why she felt like she had to go run up behind Gollum. Because why would you? Who chooses? Who makes this choice? There is money strewn about from this corner of the earth to that one. And this was your choice? This was a woman in duress. I'm glad that she has, however it happened, taken her leave and moved on from that. But I think that she is a woman who is haunted by her environment, and she is a product of her environment, and it makes her do foul, low budget things like justify allegedly sleeping with your friend's son. Like my friends.
My bad. I'm gonna show what's after this. I'm gonna show you once we get done with this. But the way she just shaded the hell out of Ashley. Damn. Well, she came from humble. Wait, what? Who would pick that man? Hold on. She still got the hate for Michael.
Children, those are my nieces and nephews.
The Lord.
Now, let's say, God forbid, I get to be up to 60 something and, the aliens come and get Chris and I'm single and my best friend's son is of age. What do you mean? That is a child. We don't, I would never, we're not cavorting with children. Even if they are grown, I remember you as a child.
Mm-hmm.
How do you then lay allegedly with this person that you can recall memories of them being a child? The only explanation is something is amiss up here. And it is a result of where you have been. We need to call it. Where's the therapist? Where is Dr. whomever? Iyanla. Call Iyanla.
Not the life needed to be fixed.
Fix it.
I heard word on the curb, but Y'all Fix My Life is coming back out of retirement. I don't know when, but I heard she is. I also heard Stormy will be, I don't know if she getting her own show, but she will be on Bell Collective, Birmingham. So I heard that y'all are coming out of retirement. They talking about it. Allegedly, I'm still looking for it, but they talking about it. Y'all Fix My Life is coming out of retirement. So this is good promo for her.
Were you surprised that Robin Dixon said on her podcast she has with Giselle, Reasonably Shady, she said that although she thought what Ashley did was tasteless, they're both grown and she doesn't see a problem with it. That one of her sons got older to be that age and two consenting adults did that. She wouldn't be upset with the act of it. She thought it was tasteless that Ashley did not tell Charisse.
Coming from Robin, that doesn't surprise me just because Robin is very lax.
Oh my God.
Daisical. Like in life. Like everything is like, oh, whatever. I'll get to it. So, and I think Robin is a wonderful mother. Like, I don't fuck with her. But I think that she's a great mom. Like, I've seen her mother. She's a great mom. And she loves her sons. I also think that that if that's her rationale, I feel like that comes from a place of the privilege of having only sons.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
When you have daughters, unfortunately,
Got that.
we live still in a patriarchal society, and you have to view the world through the lens of a woman and differently than you view the world through the lens of a man. And I don't have daughters, but I will have a daughter. And I wanted a girl first, and I had gender disappointment that they all talk about, and had to kind of come to terms with it. And now I couldn't see my life without Jet, and I'm obsessed with him. And he was supposed to be first. I get it now. But what I wanted was different from what God wanted, and I had to kind of come to terms with that. But in always wanting a girl first, I think, always prepared to be a girl mom in the way that I presented myself, the way that I moved about the world, the way that I protected her from the world. And I'm prepared for that. And if Robin had daughters, I would venture to say that she might have more of a problem with it, because it is seen as more predatory in the reverse.
You said on your podcast, Undomesticated, that you don't see yourself going back to the Real Housewives of Potomac. And I want to talk to you about that, because I don't like that. Okay, and this is me talking to you as your big brother.
Let me explain something. I didn't like that. And I feel like if Monique came back, because Monique said the same thing, she came back, I feel like, to be honest, I feel like if her and Monique can get past it, if they can't, she'll probably be cool with Angel. But I feel like the bullying with Angel, she wouldn't take. I want to know what she got to say about Wendy, because she can tell us what happened between her and Wendy.
You and everybody.
Okay, but it's different with me.
Okay, Mom.
Okay, hey, Doc, let me take over the. I'm your gay godfather, honey. Okay. I don't like it.
Fact.
And I don't want you to speak that into existence. And I want you to hear me out. Okay.
Okay.
Your first appearance on my podcast a couple of years ago, you said something that stayed with me. You talked about how you manifested that job, how you manifested the job of being a Real Housewife of Potomac, and how you prayed to God. You talked about how you got on your knees and you prayed to God. And I don't play about prayer.
Me either.
And God does not play about his children bowing down to him in need, because, and I want you to be still and receive what I'm saying. Okay. God does not play about blessing his children when they get down on when they get down on their knees and they ask him, ask in prayer, ask and you shall receive, right?
Yes.
And when he doesn't give it to you, it's because he got something better for you, or it's not the right time. God gave you that job.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
No one else did.
Yeah.
None of the girls did. The production company, the network. God gave you that job. Okay. Because when God saw his child bow down to him and requested that, God smiled at you and said,
"Oh, Lord. I'm going to need a tissue in a moment."
Oh,
Sandra. No, but hear me out.
There should have been a box on the table.
God smiled at you.
Yes.
And he and Psalm 37:4.
Oh,
he gave you the desires of your heart. And when I look at you, okay, you did that show because you knew you were appointed to do it. Okay? You did that show because you were appointed to do it.
They're on the way. They're on the way.
And you did that show out of sheer obedience. And what I'm saying to you is this. It did not come in the package that you thought it was going to come in.
Yeah.
Your prayers came to life, but it did not come in the package that you requested. And it left you with self-doubt.
Uh-huh.
It left you with disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
It left you with hurt.
Mm.
And it left you with pain.
Mm.
Because you signed on to do something and it looked nothing like you thought it would. And what you are doing now, as you say these things, you're protecting yourself from hurt again. I don't believe you when you say you don't want to go back, because you do. But hear me out. I don't believe you. And the reason why I don't believe you respectfully is because you stepped into that show and you gave it your all.
Oh my God.
You gave it your all. And I remember watching a scene on your last season and you sat there at a table. And I remember you were dead in the eyes.
Mm.
Because for you, you looked around and it was no longer reflective of the vision you had.
Uh-huh.
And you question your purpose on that show. And you question your place on that show. And I want the world to know, you and I never talked about this.
No.
Okay? And what I'm saying to you is this. Time heals all wounds. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing I want for you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want your pain to come in between your purpose.
Yeah, me too.
Pastor King.
Okay? And what you have to figure out for yourself, and I'm willing to hold your hand in conversing with you. All the girls call me. I give all the girls advice, and all the girls are winning, right?
I know.
Okay. I want you to not have any ego in this, because my definition of ego, I learned this when I was an intern at a gospel radio station, child, because I'm 17 years old. I'm gay Carlos King in Detroit, Michigan, honey. And I'm an intern at the gospel radio station because I took a leap year. And hey, listen, I wasn't ready, child.
Look where you are.
Well, thank you. God is good. All the time, God is good.
Yes.
So a person who was being interviewed, he said ego, the EGO stands for erasing God out. He said it's for erasing God out. And I don't want your ego to get the best of you. Because you were raised on legacy. You were raised on hard work. And you were raised on setting up the family crest. Oof. And you have a mouth to feed. And what we're not going to do is get on Beyonce's internet and Carrie Hilson's 5G network.
Hey, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. Love her more. And speak things into the world that we don't want to happen. I think you've been hurt. I think you've been beaten. I think you've been...
Now I'm going to tell you what pissed her off the plan with her marriage. Monique didn't lie about that. And that's why she came back with being newly divorced. Candace talked about that. Karen talked about that. I don't know, when it comes to Real Housewives of Potomac, I don't know who it is with the plays on marriages. Angel is now talking about that, even though we don't agree with Angel or like Angel. Let's be clear. They trying to look at the dynamic. If Monique talked about it and she took a step back and left that, if Candace said, listen, my marriage, Karen Hooger has said it. Robin left because of it. And we all know about that. But it's like a little inkling of playing on these folks' marriages. I guess if they don't have a storyline, they tackle the marriage. I don't understand.
And when I say bail, I mean the physical. So I mean, just like, this shit is tough.
Yeah.
And that's why I said I don't care what anyone has to say. I'm the guy who understands everything, right?
Yes.
And I know many girls who had to step away for a moment in time to figure things out. And I'm not saying that the grass isn't always greener, right? Because the grass is greener based on the seeds you plant in the ground. Okay? But what I am saying to you, baby, you came on that motherfucker and changed the temperature of that bitch. You did. We marvel at that. And I'm happy that you stepped away, because the last thing that I believe God wanted for you is to be distracted by the fetus inside of you. And there was no way you could have both.
No.
Unpopular opinion, I don't believe you can have it all at once.
I agree.
You can't have it all at once.
I agree.
So God knew, I have to remove you from the situation in order for you to be in the best mind space, mind, body, and soul to give birth to another human being. And now that you are snatched to the gods in the heavens, honey, and now that you have that experience, now that you're on Traitors, honey, which I consider to be the pregame to getting, back on Housewives.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I want you.
Maximize your Mac with Parallels Desktop's flexible view modes and essential features. Run Windows.
When you leave here today, I want you to get on your knees and I want you to have a heartfelt talk to God. No one's listening. You don't have to impress your listeners, your fans, the world, these girls, anybody involved. I want you and God to have a real conversation. And based on that, I want your actions and your behavior and your mindset to follow what God tells you.
Do we have a collection plate?
Well, no, that's just, this is.
Oh my God.
You were hurt.
Yes.
Because you were giving it everything, and you didn't realize these are my friends and these are alliances, and I really thought we were friends.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
That is a significant part of it.
Yeah.
I will say this. I remember. I don't remember what season it was. 6, 7. I think 6, 7. I think it was 7. Whenever I was going through my first round of IVF, and it's a very tedious time. You have to be giving yourself injections. You're going into the doctor every morning so that they can look at your ovaries and look at your follicles in your ovaries and count how many follicles you have and how they're growing. And based on how they're growing per day, they will increase or decrease your medication. So I am on edge and having to be very on top of everything. And it's also very emotional and very spiritual. And there was so much negativity going on, I believe, that season, that my first egg retrieval failed. And I know that the stress of the show was why it failed, because I wear all of my stress in my gut. Whenever I am dealing with any type of negative, dark energy stress, it sits in my stomach. And there is not a place, you can't have life growing and also be dealing with dark energy at the same time. I just don't think that it works. And I vowed, I said, I don't think I've ever said this. I vowed to myself, if I can get pregnant again, or if I can get pregnant because that was just me retrieving eggs. But if I can get pregnant, I promise I will do everything in my power to create a space to bring forth this child. I will sacrifice whatever. And I knew leaving not leaving. I knew halfway through that last reunion, and I was pregnant at that time. I snuck into the bathroom to give myself my shot, because after you get pregnant via IVF, you have to continue your progesterone and oil shots.
Oh, so she was
for
on the show.
Whatever time. Mine was 10 weeks. I had to do shots for 10 weeks after they implanted the embryo. And I had to sneak to the bathroom and do my injection. And I'm, trying to, stay focused and stay in the game of the reunion, which is like our Super Bowl for the season. And also make sure that I'm not forgetting I have to take care of this too. And then I remember our team of producers, they would come into everybody's room and just check in and say, how is everybody doing? And we were just casually talking about.
Now, I remember hearing that we thought allegedly that she was going to say that she was expecting with Chris on the show. I don't know what happened. But I do know that they did say around that time when we find out that she was I think she wanted to keep it private. She was expecting, she got pregnant doing filming for the reunion. If you pay attention, she was pregnant. And you look at it, because she didn't tell nobody till after the show, I think. Let me go look and make sure, because I think it was after the show. Let me see, because I don't remember. Let me see. Because she wasn't huge, if I'm not mistaken. And I think she was hiding it, because she had that poster board, remember? She was pregnant at the reunion. She didn't tell nobody she was pregnant yet at that last reunion she did when Mia left. Because she left around the time. She was holding the poster board, and she was 13 weeks, and she was holding a poster board, and everybody kept saying, Candace looked pregnant, Candace looked pregnant. And then everybody was like, no, you sure? Because the way her dress was, usually Candace's dress is not like it was, but the way it was kind of tailored to not show
motherhood and where I was in my journey, because we had been talking since I started the show, really, about me starting a family. Like, you saw me grow up on the show. I went from being, a single woman to getting married and moving out of a house my mom helped me buy, and now starting this journey of wanting to become a mother. And we were talking about that. And I'm pregnant at the time. And they're asking me, like, well, do you think that you'll be ready? And I was like, no. Because I was terrified to share something so sacred and so
messing up that makeup,
special, and so something that was just mine and my husband's, and it result in something tragic. And so I lied. I didn't lie. I omitted. And
No, we got to pause. So what I was listening to was Portia talking about season 17 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Allegedly, from what I'm hearing, and y'all notice when the girls will start posting about Real Housewives and going on Andy and stuff like that, and they done did other things, get ready for a Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 trailer this month. Allegedly, I told y'all we were getting it. I did say this when I did my recap last month. We could be getting it between December or January, but they will be coming back probably February or March. So get ready, because they just wrapped up season 17 and they're getting ready to start that, because Real Housewives of Potomac is getting ready to end. Real Housewives of Atlanta is coming into play, and they come in partner with Married to Medicine. So always know when we're getting close to the end of Real Housewives of Potomac, Real Housewives of Atlanta is coming.
It's impossible for me to not think about or address, in prayer or with family and friends, what I would like to do as far as the show. I can't walk down the street and people are like, and it's a wonderful feeling to know that you're loved in that way and missed. But it is scary.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, it makes me emotional, because I do recall what just felt like beating your head against the wall with people who are dedicated to misunderstanding me and not wanting to be in that space while trying to bring life into the world. And I tip my hat to women who are able to do it, and, more power to you. That just wasn't what I wasn't willing to take the risk. And I have never said never. I have just said it's not a priority, and it's not what I see for myself right now. I don't ever want to close any doors. I'm just cautiously optimistic, if you will, about the doors that I do want to open or reopen.
Yeah.
And what that would look like for me and, all parties involved, because there are requirements for healing and reconciliation that would need to be in place that are not on the table, because people are given free rein to run amok in the castle. And that's okay. I will sit over here and do what I'm doing with my husband and my baby. That's
no, and I receive that. And and what I can say to you, I think there's a shift that's happening. It's not granular, right? Excuse me. It's not granular by any means, right? But I see a shift happening because, when you look at someone like Stacey Rush, who came in and authentically herself, and who didn't allow herself to be. And when I say this word, I meant in terms of like, the process of joining something new, and you're just like, what's going on? She allowed herself to be mishandled by people. She was like, baby, this is it.
Yeah.
If my breath stinks, hand me a breath mint. Like, what y'all want to do? And then it's sort of like, oh, well, that's different. And I think I'll say this, because whatever, I'm going to say it. I strongly believe the positive reception of Stacey Rush has surprised people. I think it has allowed people to view things differently. And I think the warm grandiose reception of the audience has allowed a lot of people to be like, oh, there's a new temperature.
Yes.
That
Here's the thing. Nobody dislikes Stacey because we like how she was honest with that. The only thing we don't like is Stacey recanting and sometimes lie and then halfway tell everything which they feel like she lied. Other than that, Stacey fine. Instead of just saying, I don't want my husband to eat lunch with you, that's how she said, listen, I don't think me and my husband, now if it was Wendy, but I don't think me and you got to that place yet. And that could have been fine.
Needs to be dialed back, right? And getting back to the basics. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, you know for a fact that I have been trying to talk to you face to face for a couple of years.
Yes.
And you and I are both, spiritual people. This happening at this time in our lives is destiny, because it was supposed to happen this time. Because on some real stuff, I didn't feel this way 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I didn't feel this way last year, right? I felt this way recently. And everything that I'm describing obviously has happened in the past couple of months. Yeah. So that's why as a obedient child of the Lord, I would be remiss not to share with you what I feel like he's putting in my heart and my spirit to regurgitate to you. And I do mean it when I say, look, have a conversation with him because it's you. But baby, I think a tide has turned. I strongly believe that. I think the Sharice interview highlighted that. Yeah. People saying like, well, damn, Carl, I like Sharice now. Yes. I mean, I kind of want her back on the show. Maybe not full time, but hey, can she be a friend? So I think people want to get back to the basics. I think people want real reality again. I think people are over like, okay, girl, that was shady, or we're going to haze the new girl. I think all of that is sort of like, I think people are over it. Yeah. And I think people want real conversations. Yeah. And I think people want real accountability. Yeah. And the willingness for two parties to come to the table saying, let's see that. Listen,
let's come to the table. Let's see that, because there is a palpable and genuine want or desire between those people. Yes. Not because it appears that they're being forced to do so to remain gainfully employed.
Yes, but I'm about to gag you some more. Everybody in corporate America, when they have these teams, in order to present the biggest presentation so that everybody can get that cute bonus at the end of the year. As long as we're all here to be a great team, I don't have to vacation with you guys, during the holidays. But when we're at work, let's all come together and be real and do the best thing for the sake of the show. And listen, I also don't subscribe to everybody. Of course, I want this more than often, but I'm also realistic. Listen, we may not talk on the phone. Yeah. Off season. Yeah. But if I run into you at Whole Foods, I'm able to stand in aisle 12, and we'll converse for 15 minutes.
Hey, girl.
To be like, so what's going on with you? Y'all how's so and so? Oh my God, that's good. All right, well, look, I'll see you. We don't have to hang out to dinner if that's not real. Right. But what I don't want is, well, we have to be buddy. I think now what we're realizing is, as long as we can be respectful. Yeah. Do our job. Yes. Not go down that rabbit hole of non-foolishness. Okay. Then I'm here for it. And I want that for you. And listen, call me crazy, but I see that happening. I see it happening. I really do. I really do. I really, really do.
I can't.
Okay.
Carlos, please.
Okay, fine. Okay, so listen, our time is almost up. You know, look, okay, I'm almost done. No, I got one more question. Obviously, you and Wendy Osefo, you know, as it appeared on the show, again, I don't know what's happening now because we haven't spoken.
Right.
Appeared to be close. You know what she's going through in her situation. Where do things stand between you and Dr. Wendy?
As far as I know, things stand upright. I haven't spoken to her since right when the news dropped. And I felt like I had to reach out to her immediately because the way that I found out about the news was on the news. I was doing a promo for a stage play that I was doing. And 5 minutes before I went on, they came to me like, hey, we have some breaking news we want you to comment on. I was like, oh, sure. I'm thinking, it was like, President Trump fell out. Okay, we'll talk about that. But it was this. And I was like, I spiraled because what? And so I felt like I had to reach out to her immediately and just say, hey, I don't want you to think I ran down to Fox 5 to talk about you.
Girl, Wendy is in the headlines for scamming for insurance fraud. So you remember when Mia was on there, Mia brought her another Birkin bag because she said her house got bumped into with the Birkin bag and somebody stole the Birkin bag and jewelry, and come to find out they had did insurance fraud allegedly that, nobody broke in, looking at the cameras, they don't see nothing. And they claimed all that stuff back. They went through text messages saying this and that. And then Mia, and I guess nobody talked to Mia because Mia got in jail for stealing a TV at the Airbnb that she was renting in Atlanta, child. A hot goddamn mess.
This is how this happened. This is what I said. And I'm so sorry this is happening. And she responds. It took her a few days naturally to respond. And she was grateful for my well wishes. And I think I may have spoken to her maybe one other time after that. But I haven't really spoken to her outside of that, outside of, liking her photos on Instagram. But I'm also just aware of how heavy everything is that's going on. And I don't expect to, talk to her every day. But I think about her all the time. And I think about this situation all the time. And I run through the OMG of it all. And I hope, I pray that it, will work in their favor.
I agree. And I do too. Okay. So I'm doing this new thing this year where I'm asking all of my reality girlies.
Okay.
My final question.
Okay.
Okay. You ready for this?
Okay, let me give you some leg.
Okay, Rain Josh, you ready for this?
Yes.
Who is Candace Dillard Bassett's Mount Rushmore of reality stars?
Oh, okay. This is fairly easy. For me,
yes.
Okay. Number one for me will always be Nene Leakes.
Of course.
For obvious reasons. We're also next door neighbors in Sagittarian. She's the 13th, I'm the 14th. So I feel like I've always just kind of understood her for that reason. Tiffany New York Pollard. Similarly, she was kind of the blueprint for reality television for so many. And she's hilarious. I've never met her though, but she's hilarious through the TV.
She not lying. To speak on, I was supposed to speak about Boots and Bucky Shay situation. and the 20-year-long beef, I am going to do that this weekend because I was on her live, Bucky live, Larissa live. And I told her, because a lot of people were saying that Brinks, that we was like, watch them for so long and they started this TV stuff. I say her, Hoops in New York, and Shay are the veterans of this. If it wasn't, we wanted them to get along, because if it wasn't for them, we won't have these shows. Nene kicked off Real Housewives franchise. Her, Lisa Wu, Kim Zolciak, Deshaun Snow, and Sheree kicked off the Real Housewives franchise, and because it was dying down after that, they kicked it back up. So it's kind of, even with Married to Medicine, it's kind of hard to watch it unfold. That's why I'm so glad that Nene is back, because, and to see Shakes and Larissa Boots back. But I hate the feud between them two, because they kicked this off. They started this. I don't care what Miami Tip say, Joy, Trina, they started this shit. We won't have none of these shows. Basketball Wives, all of that. It wasn't the peak of these people coming in and being the blueprint for these shows. There were no dating shows till Flavor of Love. That's when Jersey Shore started popping off. Basketball Wives are starting to trail in behind Real Housewives of Atlanta. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have it. And I kind of wish they in their beef, to be honest with you. I do, because them two together and having them both on Love and Hip Hop Miami, baby, we would have got a catch. One cat throw the shade, the other one catch it and throw it right back to him, pick up another one, hit it. You catching them hits. They were the girls.
I worked with her, the sweetest thing in the world.
I believe it.
Professional, on time.
I believe it.
Go ahead.
I believe it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How is 4?
It's 4.
4. Okay. I always like blank on who a third one would be. It's a good third. I need a minute. I don't know. A third reality. Because the problem is I'm watching Bluey. I'm watching Miss Rachel. So I'm not even sure who is on.
Okay,
TV.
they have The Real World, The Kardashians, Basketball Wives, Love and Hip Hop, Baddies, Bad Girls Club, The Apprentice.
Oh, you know what I could go with? Because my Mount Rushmore is Black women.
Okay.
Don't, you can fight me on it. Jackie Christie.
Oh,
That is a Looney Tune fit for TV in the best way. I just love, she is just deliciously crazy. I love her.
Love Jackie.
I love that her and her husband do the thing where they get married every year. I recently saw the stuff about her and her daughter getting jiggy with it on TV. I can relate. We've never fought on TV, but I can relate to the emotion because I saw the clip and I get it. I also know that she had some stuff with her daughter, right, where there was like some stuff about color, somebody being one of the daughters alleging
colorism.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was ouch for me. But I would still put her up there because part of being, I think, iconic in this space is it's not always pink and soft. Sometimes it's like jagged and ugly. I don't know how she responded to it, but I would still put her up there. And me! And you know what? There was a time where I would not have put me up. I think I've answered this question and I didn't say me. It's 2026. I'm almost 40. Fuck that shit. I am Mount Rushmore. Okay?
Period. Come back to that show and reclaim your spot. Listen, we're going to pop our shit 2026. I'm all about that. Listen, all of the tarot cards that I've been seeing on TikTok, they said about the Libras, honey. They said Libras are like, fuck that. It is what it is. I'm telling you, fuck all this shit. I'm getting real hood.
Yeah,
real Detroit. Right. Pop your shit,
Yeah.
baby. So we got Nene Leakes, Tiffany Pollard, Jackie Christie, and
Listen, he ain't lying. That's the phase we in. I don't care who it is. Pop your shit. Pop your shit. Listen, fuck that. Pop your shit. I don't know why people say, oh, I don't know, and oh, I don't know, but why? And why, man, folks, man, pop your shit, man. They don't like it. Pop your shit. You feel that way? Pop your shit. You can't always be the good guy in a story. Because every time somebody go tell a story, you a villain. So I'm going to be the best villain, bitch. Yeah, y'all got to listen, man. Come on now.
Candace Dillard Basset, Mount Rushmore. And listen, you may see her on your screen soon.
Very soon.
However, she is on this season of Traitors, and I am predicting that my good sister is going to go far and possibly even win. So make sure y'all watch the Traitors every Thursday on Peacock.
Yes.
I love you.
I love you more. This was wonderful. Oh, my knees. Postpartum.
All right.
Love you.
I love you so much. I want the best for you. I really do.
Pastor King.
I really do. I meant every single word.
All right, y'all. That is that. But yeah, I agree with him on that. Listen, me and Carlos King the same sign. His birthday a day before mine. So, I mean, I always say to my fellow Libras and anybody, if you feel some type of way, pop your shit. So what? And they gonna pop off anyway. They ain't gonna fuck with you anyway. So what the fuck? Shit, pop your shit. Don't hold back. F them folks. If they, let me tell you something. That shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm still finna do what I do, and I feel him on that. Sometimes you got to be like that, because let me tell you something. When somebody gonna talk about you or say anything about you, you're always gonna be a villain, and they gonna feel like no matter if you was good to them or the good guy, you're always gonna be the effing villain in their story. So if that's the case, I'm gonna be the best one is, and boo-hoo is Freddy Cougar, bitch. That's how I feel about it. I don't care. If I'm going to be the one, fine, I'm the villain, I'm going to give you that then. Hey, match the energy. I'm not finna sit here and go, well, you know, no, if I did something wrong, I apologize. But if you do something wrong, apologize. But if you ain't did nothing wrong, and this is why I say even in political stance, y'all sitting here playing nice a little too much. Pop your ass. They pop. What the hell? Ain't no nice over here. You came with that, I'm coming. Shoot. I bet you they'd be like, oh, wait, hold on. Why you have to be like that to me? Because you came to me first. Oh, well, if it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, sound like a duck, it's a damn duck. Sorry. Y'all go to work. You come in nice, be gracious, and your manager, pop your... What? But do it professionally. Don't lose your job. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he right, shoot. Don't go to that show because you felt some type of way with them. Girl, you better walk on that show. Listen, I belong here. Ashley still got her big forehead ass there. Hell, shit. Monique came back and said she was never coming back. Come on now. Don't stop your stuff, girl. And she popping her ish. She might not be cussing, arguing stuff, but she's saying, girl... Yeah, and I don't blame her. Girl, listen. Shoot, Nene coming back. Nene showed her what it was. And baby, let me tell you something. That was a great interview. I hope Candace do, pop her edge. That's what we know her for. Don't be scared. Walk back on that set. Let them know what it is. Let them lay the ground rules of what it's going to be. Shoot, you negotiate. Heck, I like the interview, though. It was pretty cute. Now, what she said about Ashley, I'm still clutching my pearls, but I knew that was coming. They don't like each other. They've been fighting with each other for years, Chad. But yeah, I'm finna end this live. I want to thank y'all for watching, spending time with me, honey. I will be back at 2:15. You know, fix me some lunch. And we got a long live today. She's coming with, okay, so what they doing? I'm gonna explain what they doing because I heard this before. And I'm gonna explain what's going on because they're doing a test trial with Nene. Nene coming back to Bravo, but we all know once you come back and you go through those doors, they do testing of you. So red carpets to reality shows, right? So Portia, her and Portia Cooligan is Portia on the ultimate on this girls road trip. Portia is getting dropped off in Atlanta, and she's introducing Nene back to the franchise. From what the president of Bravo have said, Nene is not out. Kenya and Nene are welcome to coming back. If Nene is welcome, she probably will be coming back. Now, we don't know if Nene going to be an introduction to ROHA season 17, but I have a feeling we may be seeing her on 18 because Andy did come out and say under her post, it is going on 20 years for Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it wouldn't be right not to have Nene. So we might get everybody on the 20th anniversary. We might see everybody creeping in and playing little small parts to welcome in 20 years of Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey. I'm just saying, Nene probably is coming back permanently. So we need to get ready for real TV again because the time of the era, honey, when it was the Reeds, I hope Kelly, Angela, I hope you can handle the lady. And also, I'm going to tell you something. I feel like Bray Edie is going through a divorce. Hey, Miss Sassy Ray, girl, you done came in late, but I'm going to come back live in a few. Miss Sassy Ray, I'm going to come back live, girl. But Brittany Edie is getting a divorce. She might be trying to come back and dissolute her lawsuit. So wait on that because she might be getting good in too. Mariah says she's not going to come back, but I believe if they talk good with Mariah, we might see Mariah work her way back in, child. I'm happy. I want all the girls to come back, child, especially Mariah. I want her back. Listen, Dr. Heavenly, we can get there. Okay. You know what? I was gone for a week. That's probably why, child. I'm back. But I'm going to be back live at 2:15. All right, y'all. Let me end at 50 something to eat so I come back live at 2:15. We're going to talk about living the baby daddies. And then we're going to see Ashley Trevino body cam, child. All right, so I'll be back at 2:15. I'll see y'all in the next one. Miss Sassy Ray, 2:15. It might be 3:15 your time, but 2:15. Be there. Be there. I'll see y'all later. Bye.